I found the real-life Peter Pan.
I'll never grow up.
He even lives in a place like Neverland. Hot! With the real-life Lost Boys and Tinkerbell, and I'm going to spend the next 24 hours with them. Right now, we're in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee, in farm country, and we are on our way to meet a very special person named Tree, who, in my opinion, is like the real-life version of Peter Pan. He's got bright red hair, he exudes this childlike joy and play and wonder, and he kind of embodies the never growing up energy, and he lives on a commune here called The Garden with a group of a bunch of people who are kind of living off-grid. His community is like the Lost Boys. I've been wanting to visit The Garden for a few years now. I find this place so fascinating. It was actually at the center of quite a controversy on the internet. People from The Garden were posting about their off-grid sustainable lifestyle on TikTok, and a whole bunch of TikTokers were trolling them and saying that it was a dangerous cult. Even Vice ended up doing a whole documentary about The Garden. I somehow befriended Tree and his wife Julia over the past couple of years, and we've kind of crossed paths at different events like the Rainbow Family Gathering and Burning Man, and I just find them to be so fun and so dedicated and devoted to this sustainable way of off-grid living. These people have kind of transcended the matrix. Like, that's another reason why I feel like Tree is the real life Peter Pan, because he's like completely broken away from the bounds of normal society and is just living his own lifestyle, marching to the beat of his own drum. It's like he's living out here in Neverland with the Lost Boys. Hopefully we don't meet Captain Hook, but you never know out here in these parts. So many cows. They're so cute. We're here. This is so cool. It says welcome home, drug-free, violence-free, the infamous Garden Inn. Hey! There he is, Peter Pan himself. Oh, you look like Peter Pan.
Yeah. I tried. I don't know. I didn't even wash my hair.
This is a signature of yours recently I've seen.
This
the
here?
one hoop.
I'm a pirate, you know.
You're a real pirate. Look at you.
Should I give you a tour? You want to see around?
I would love to.
Welcome to The Garden, the off-grid intentional community where travelers can come, rest and be fed and hang out, learn how to grow food. So here we have our office. You want to come see it?
Yeah.
There's only a few places with signal here. We have no signal. So like this is it. And so right now we have Vibe and Shine doing coffee talk with Vibe and Shine.
Camera. You're on Instagram Live right now?
No, Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
We're Facebook famous.
Let's go.
Yeah.
They're the Facebook generation.
You might follow up after this. I just gotta warn you.
Subscribe.
Yes. Like and subscribe. What's your name?
Sky Live.
I'm Vibe. Nice to meet you.
What is it?
Vibe.
Vibe.
Yeah.
I love
nice
that.
And Shine.
Shine.
Yeah, Vibe and Shine.
When you said Vibe and Shine, I thought it was just like
Rise and Shine.
Yeah.
It's our name.
I love it.
And they're best friends.
I'm Kat. Nice to meet you, Kat. And what's your name?
Costa Rica. Eco.
Yeah.
What is it?
Eco.
Eco. Hi. How many people are living here right now?
20 to 30 maybe
Okay.
right now.
How long have y'all been here?
A few weeks, because we're transient. So the people that live here are just here for a little while, and the group always is switching out.
So it's sort of a place where people come and go.
So the whole idea of the space is created around that idea that people can just show up at any time, and there's usually a place for you to sleep, and there's free food right there ready for you. You know, it's travelers Disneyland, you know.
A traveler's Neverland.
Shit, okay. We'll do that one again.
Free land for free people, what does that mean?
At its basic core level, it means that you're not going to be charged anything to be here. You know, you don't need money to be here. A lot of people who want to live a free life can come here and help create it. It's not to say that this is like a place of complete anarchy where there isn't any set boundaries, but we have to learn how to live in freedom, but also, you know, live with each other. And so free land for free people, it's just a bunch of travelers trying to learn how to live together, you know? Free.
So I see a lot of school buses and RVs, and so that's kind of part of the vibe here, is having those as living spaces.
Yeah, all the living structures are shared community property. No one owns any of the spaces, and once you leave a space, it's open for the community. So you can't just like leave your stuff there and hoard it. It's like open again. Thousands upon thousands of people have been able to come here, visit, and experience this space because of the structure the way it is. Right behind us, right here, we have the Dirt Church. Beautiful little structure to worship dirt. Is it clean in here? Kinda, but it's just like a tiny little shack, and we insulated it, we paneled it here, we put this stove in, we put a bed frame in. So the idea is, what's the smallest space that you could possibly live in? Because resources are not abundant, they're scarce, and we need to learn how to live with less.
What makes you believe that resources are scarce?
Scarce in the way that if you want to create more resources, you just got to use a lot of energy. Like if you're trying to live free, they're scarce to you, you know? If you want to, you know, go down the whole capitalistic route and start making money and whatnot, then you're probably fine. You might live in abundance.
What is it that makes you decide to live without money or to live with less?
I just live without money because I'm lazy. I just want to play. Like I want to play ping pong all day. I want to play soccer. I want to run around and do whatever I want. And also just money makes it very easy to exploit someone. If you are living within mutual aid and trade, you need to build a relationship and care for each other.
Have you always felt this way?
Yeah. Yeah, I've never had a job other than volunteer work. I mean, I work here, but I've never had a job for money.
You'll never grow up.
I'll never grow up.
As we emerged from the Dirt Church, we were greeted by one of the few kids who live at the garden. Her name is Joy, and she gave me a daffodil. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. What are those things?
This is a microphone.
Oh.
Do you want to say something to the microphone?
Hello.
What kind of fairy are you?
Tinkerbell.
As quickly as our little fairy appeared, she disappeared. But little did I know we'd get to see a whole performance from her later that evening.
Right behind me is my favorite structure at the whole garden, the compost toilet. And this one is the best. Sniff in the air, see what you can smell, you know?
I have experienced compost toilets before, and I gotta say, this is a nice situation you have here.
We
it's
have
pretty nice.
the finest compost toilet
Yeah.
around.
Can you describe what a compost toilet is?
Yeah, so essentially it's a toilet where you don't waste your energy. And so your poo can grow food. With a traditional toilet, you're wasting so much water by flushing it. It's not just that one flush that you flush, it's 20 to 30 times the amount of water is used into making that back into clean water. This is the way to poop. There's no other way. You have a relationship with your body again, and you realize that, oh wait, humans, we are a part of this ecosystem. But you can wash your hands with a sink, and for a compost toilet, this is luxury.
Look at all the dirt just coming
I've
right
got
off.
such dirty hands. Well, when you're cooking with fire, it's crazy.
yeah.
Let me show you around the back though. That's how you get to really see a compost
Okay.
toilet. So essentially, if you look right into here, this is where the poop is. Starts decomposing straight away, and the rough idea is that you can use it in 2 years. At the safest bet without it. So to ensure that there's no pathogens, you have to wait 2 years.
For some people, it might seem radical to be using your poop as fertilizer, but it's really not at all. It's like, this is what we're meant to be doing.
Exactly. We were built to do that.
Yeah, and this is how we have been doing it for hundreds of years before we have this like ultra modernized society come about.
We've just forgot.
Yeah.
We've simply forgot. You know, that's why you live in an intentional community. It's because like you have a feeling and a way you see the world around you, and in society, within certain views, you can be very lost. You can be alone. I was lost for a long time. I didn't know anyone else to relate to. But then I left, you know, I went out in the world, I traveled, you know, and through that, I was able to meet people. You know, Ireland can be a very, very lonely island. A lot of people don't leave it, and you get trapped there. You get trapped with this bullshit Christian culture. There's a lot of that here too.
Did you grow up Christian?
No, but I grew up in like a Bible Belt town where there was like a church on every street. I was born in Liverpool and raised in Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland just has this really dogmatic way to it. There's just a lot of fighting there. We haven't been able to figure out how to actually live in a peaceful manner, and I think to do so, you have to kind of live like this. You need to bind with your friends and start working together on projects, start living together, you know, start sharing with each other. But then that can get weird too, because then you can become this isolated experience where you're like, then you become some weird fucking cult thing, you know?
I wanted to ask you about the cult stuff because obviously you guys have had such a crazy journey with being accused of being a cult.
Yeah.
So I would love to talk more about that, but let's keep going with the tour.
Yeah.
Tree explains that the garden is a total of 21 acres, 9 of which includes farmland, buses, buildings, and infrastructure, and the rest that's held as a nature preserve. There was a lot to see, so here's a quick overview. He showed me their chickens, who are truly free range, as they seem to be absolutely everywhere. They're still kind of warm.
I know, right?
Then he showed me the well water system that's pure and clean to drink. Even how they do laundry and take hot showers. I did not expect you to actually have hot showers here.
It takes a little bit more effort, you know, but I only need to wash myself like once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so I'm fine with this.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not that much.
I mean, no, I'm just a dirty guy, I guess. Too busy playing, you know? This is what I've been waiting for. I've just been wanting to play ping pong all day, so let's check it out.
Let's play some ping pong.
Yeah, we only just got this last week. I've been playing it pretty much all day, every day. That's only the thing I've been doing.
Oh! Jesus! Oh god.
So, you've got this.
Oh my god, I gotta be careful. I'm literally afraid of myself.
I can't take the machete if you want.
You have to. Oh my god. Woo! Ow! Hot! Ah! Ah!
Oh my gosh!
No pinkies lost. I'm coming for you, Dad! It has been a long week. I've been traveling a lot. I've been going back to back with shooting different videos, so I have to fuel up and stay healthy, which is why I brought my Athletic Greens with me. Thank you so much, Athletic Greens. Even when I'm not traveling, just in my everyday life, this has changed my life. Athletic Greens is an all-in-one nutritional drink, and it has so many incredible vitamins and minerals and prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and literally everything that your body needs to stay healthy and nourished. So easy. I just rip this little packet open, pour it in, and then shake, 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 and boom, it's ready. There are so many different greens drinks out there, and this is so much more than just a greens drink, and it tastes so good. It's honestly the best one that I've come across. Oh, it just feels like it gives me life. AG1 by Athletic Greens has transformed my health. It's transformed my gut health. It's boosted my energy levels. It's supported my immune system. I'm so confident that y'all are gonna be obsessed with AG1. We got a special offer for the Vibe Tribe. Go to the link in the video description, athleticgreens.com/skylife, to get 5 free travel packs just like these, and a free 1-year supply of the D3 and K2 supplements. This is like a little tincture I take every single day. It just goes one under the tongue and it gives you your vitamin D for the day, which is so important. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/skylife for your offer. Thank you again to AG1 by Athletic Greens for sponsoring this video. I love you. I feel like there's so much more to explore, so let's go.
Behind us here, We got the whole kitchen.
All right, let's go check it out.
Yeah, it's my favorite kitchen. So we're here in the kitchen at the food prep area. So over here we chop our food, get it all prepared, and then over here we have like storage. We have cupcakes, strawberries, onions. We got apples, pears, spinach, mozzarella, peppers.
So where does all this food come from?
So this food here is coming straight from the dumpster.
So this is all dumpster diving finds.
This here, yeah. And we have some food that we've grown here, and we'll make dinner with that too.
So tell me a little bit more about dumpster diving and how that works.
Basically, you just go behind any supermarket and you go into their dumpster, and they've basically thrown out a lot of good food. 50% of the food that's produced is thrown away.
What do you say to people who think that dumpster diving is just gross or disgusting?
It is gross. And, I mean, I like being gross. If you're not comfortable being gross, then don't dumpster dive. I'll do it for you. There's people who dumpster dive for others. They'll collect it and distribute it to people in need. But this is all great food that's just going to waste. Would just otherwise go to the landfill, create methane, and just, you know, contribute to a climate crisis that we currently are in.
There's so much food waste that happens, especially from the grocery stores. Dumpster diving is something that most people would be like totally freaked out to do and unwilling to do, but it honestly makes sense to salvage all of that waste and to actually utilize it in a way where you can feed people.
Exactly. That's my dream in life, and my purpose is feeding people. I think there's no greater purpose than that. Food is life, food is medicine, and to be able to provide that for free. If you're getting people sick, then that's one thing, you know, but luckily we know how to take care of each other here. All right, let me show you around to some of these lost boys. They're all back here. Hey everyone, this is Sky.
Hello. Love to see everyone.
I'm Sanidra.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Zen. Wolfgang Chuck.
Shastina.
Peter Pan, also known as Tree.
I'm Jesse.
What brought you here?
I got rescued out of Wyoming, out of the snow in Wyoming. I knew somebody that was here, and I knew somebody that was coming through. They told me that I could just find a place to sleep here, and I was not expecting like this much rainbow energy, like this much community. Yeah, I wasn't expecting full-blown Neverland. I was expecting, you know, like a couple trailers, maybe some tents, and like somebody making coffee in the morning, not like a full-blown like running, well-oiled machine. It's beautiful to see people that have like just figured out a way to live how they want to live and live sustainably how they want to live.
What about the concept of growing up? What do you feel about that?
It's total BS. You never grow up. The mindset that a kid has, like everything inspires wonder to him. You don't have to lose that. Like, why would you lose that? It'd be stupid to lose that. Like, I enjoy waking up with a sense of wonder that a kid has.
What brought you into this world?
Not wanting to live the same world I saw everyone else doing is there was a lot of older people telling me, you gotta live life this way, and I look at them and I'm like, you don't live the life I would want to live, and you are miserable, like you live in a cycle, you are a creature of habit, and we as conscious beings have the ability to go against that habit.
So what kind of life is being lived here in Neverland?
Neverland is a place travelers visit. To go to Neverland, you have, it's the hub, it's the experience where everyone who chose to go off an adventure and go live thrilling can come and rest and share those stories.
So what brought you here to the garden?
Fulfilling my purpose.
What's your purpose?
To be of service to the world and to do my best to create harmonious spaces where people can live off-grid like this and be true to their self and know that they don't need a system.
What is the system?
The system is a corrupted form of trying to control, keep us distracted and confused and dumbed down, like we're told by the system what is meant to be and what we're supposed to be like and look like and act like and do. It's just not the truth. The system is not the truth.
How do you think that the garden relates to the concept of Neverland?
I feel like the garden relates to the concept of Neverland in a way of that we can actually be free here.
I don't need no doctor, 'cause I know what's ailing me. Only Peter Pan and the Garden Baby can save me from the Babylonian misery. Yeah.
Thank y'all. Loving you.
In addition to dumpster diving, the garden does grow a lot of their own food. And today's project is planting onions.
These beds have been put to sleep over the winter to prevent weeds with hay. And so we're basically just taking off this hay and we're digging a trench. And then once this trench is dug, we're gonna use this rich compost and amend the soil on top. Just add some more nutrients in there. And then once we're done, we're gonna layer it over and plant the onions straight in. The garden is, you know, an egalitarian community.
So what does egalitarian mean?
It just means that you value equality and you make decisions equally. And the way that you do that is through 100% consensus. You know, if we were to make a decision about the structure here, we would do that during council.
What's council?
You know, it's a meeting, but we just call it council so it sounds cooler. You know, at the garden, we like to say that it's leaderless and leaderful. So, you know, we want everyone to be empowered, you know, do things on their own will. But we don't want anyone to impose that onto us or someone else, you know. We want to allow people to do whatever they want while still keeping like a, you know, a wholesome, friendly environment.
Right, and here you don't allow drugs and substances.
Right, and that's been done through, you know, consensus.
So like pure democracy here.
Exactly. And that's the best way we've found to be able to live within equality. And so there's no leader who's, you know, deciding things for us.
You were getting allegations of being a cult leader
I
here.
know. It's so ridiculous because it's like I'm literally trying to figure out how we can live without having hierarchy and leaders. So it's like ridiculous that was like the accusation, because I'm like, I'm living my whole life to figure out how you don't have to live like that anymore. So it made no sense why all of a sudden I was put into that box, you know?
Well, I think people don't really understand maybe what a cult really is, because they look at people living on land together and they say cult. When it comes to a cult, you have to have one single leader who's dominating over everyone and a specific ideology that people are following and the lack of freedom. And here it seems like a complete opposite. There are no leaders, there's no real ideology, and there's complete freedom.
Exactly.
So, but you are very charismatic and you have a natural leadership qualities, so I feel like I can see why there was a label.
Maybe, but like they're just looking at me through a screen. Like I was just making videos. Like of course I seemed like all whoop-de-doo, like I was like part of, because I was the one making the video, you know. When you're making the video, but I was just a video guy.
And look at you, you're great on camera. Like you're made for the camera, you know?
I'm just a camera guy, not a leader, you know.
I know that it really caused a lot of issues here. What do you feel like was the aftermath that you experienced?
It's a little bit harder to understand people's intentions when they come here, because in the past it was more word of mouth, you know, because this is a safe space for a lot of forgotten about people. You know, there's a lot of people on the streets, and the garden holds, you know, a wholesome environment for these people. There's not many places where you can go to, you know, without money and have a place to sleep that will feed you, that doesn't involve drugs. Chicken, no! Get it, Nana! Get the chicken! Get the chicken! Get the chicken! Good girl.
There's one important character in this story who I haven't introduced you to yet.
This is Julia, my wife. She looks embarrassed.
Hey, I'm Julia, Tree's wife.
Yeah, you're right. You don't like being introduced like that.
So, when did your love story kind of start to unfold?
When I told her, hey, nice hoops.
Yeah, I put on hoop earrings and he noticed, and I was like, wow, at Rainbow, so it was like I'm all dirty, but I like put on these hoops earrings and he was like, nice. I was like, wow, he noticed my earrings. That's cool.
And now he's wearing the hoops.
yeah, then he stole them. It was a wild story. I started like realizing that I was missing him when he wasn't around, and then I like went to sleep in a hammock one day, like in the middle of the day, and I had a lucid dream that he was in it. And then we made out in the dream.
Nothing more than that.
Just made out, yeah. It's a big make-out sesh. And then I woke up from the dream and he was like walking by the hammock and I was like, Tree, I just had a dream about you. And then we did make out in real life.
OMG!
Yeah, it's a cool story. It really happened that way.
Did you have the same dream?
No. It would have went more than kissing if it was my dream.
Do you feel like Julia's like a real life Wendy?
Well, to me, for sure, because she basically looks after me. You know?
I have like a tendency to mother people, and Tree has a tendency to like look for a mothering figure. So we like joked about it, like maybe even before we like even like had anything romantic. We were like, haha, that, you know, like. I mean, I handle most of the like real world stuff when it's like the actual things in the real world. That's like, I feel like I get us through that part, you know.
I mean, even trying to contact you, it's like.
Yeah, I had to go through you.
I know. I was like, I'm not your secretary.
Woo, pizza!
How often do you make pizza here?
A lot.
This is probably like our 25th pizza night together or something like
No,
that.
we're not 25th. Definitely more than 25th.
Like 50 pizza nights or something.
No, we've done more than 50.
Do you think that the garden's like Neverland?
Yes, I do. I think it's like Neverland because of the gardens and all the stuff that we do, activities. It's like Neverland. I feel like a lost girl, and I also feel like Tinkerbell sometimes.
All right. Pizza time! Woo!
Cheers.
Is it decent?
It's delicious.
Yay! And the secret ingredient is butternut squash in the sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Whoa.
did not just tell the real secret.
I didn't tell her the real secret.
What's the real secret,
Oh,
Joy?
we can't tell you. Because then it'll be all over YouTube.
After dinner, it started to rain, so the crew gathered in the barn for a special performance by Joy.
There was a time when I was alone, nowhere to go and no place to call home. My only friend was the man in the moon, and even sometimes he would go away too. Then one night as I closed my eyes, I saw a shadow flying by. He came to me with the sweetest smile, told me he wanted to talk for a while. He said, Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely. Ever since that day, I am a lost boy from Neverland, always hanging out with
Peter Pan, and when we're bored we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boys, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free.
It is raining, and we are about to have a sleepover with everyone. Caitlin, you are such a trooper.
Thanks.
Caitlin's been behind the camera all day, and we are in it. We are actually here for 24 hours, you guys. This is what we're working with tonight. Got a little fire going. Sleepover. So this is what you guys do every night?
No. Most nights we all cuddle together.
Yeah, we all sleep in one big, like, joined bed and cuddle each other.
It has been quite a day today. So much activity, so much playing. It's a place like no other place I've been. I'm super tired, so time for bed, and we'll see you in the morning.
What do you think the garden can teach people?
To relax, to slow down their pace a little bit, to know that there's a lot of abundance all around. It sort of peels back the veil a little bit, and you can experience, like, you know, what the old settlers experienced, Native Americans experienced, everyone's great-great-great-great-great-grandfather and grandmother experienced, and then you can see for yourself what it does to you.
How do you think the garden relates to the concept of Neverland?
Neverland is the place where you fly away, chase the stars, right? You chase the stars all the way to Neverland, right? First star and you're straight on till morning. And then you get to Neverland, and it's a place where you can, like, be a kid. Anything's possible. There's pirates, there's Indians, there's mountains, there's rivers, there's lagoons, there's mermaids. Anything's possible. And that's kind of the way it's like here. Anything's possible. You wake up in the morning, you have no clue what you're going to be doing that day. And every opportunity is just as magical as the next. It's a beautiful place, and there's beautiful people who have just slowed down, and they're glowing slow enough to really see how pretty it is.
What do you want to leave everyone with?
Well, you know, this is Neverland, but it's also a playground, right? It's a place to come, learn, and experiment how to live off-grid, how to live with each other, and to try and just live closer to nature in the woods. We're kind of providing that to anyone who wants it openly. People can just show up here. And a lot of people would not understand, like, why do that? You know, why have an open door policy? Put your address online. Well, the truth is, once you start traveling for a while, you realize that the only thing that you have is trust. And if you put more trust in the world, in the universe, in the people that you interact with, you get more trust back. You need to put yourself in situations where you're uncomfortable and you're feeling like, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to be able to survive this situation? And you say, I trust. And you let the universe provide it to you.
I survived 24 hours.
Barely.
Barely survived.
I nearly got a neck.
Nearly got my head cut off in a sword fight, but lived to tell the tale. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I love you, trees.
Bye.
Bye. Subscribe, like, and we'll see you next time. The adventure continues.
I wasted time working 9 to 5. We're so young, baby. We're flying through the sky.